Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we're playing a Primal green deck today. So Primal Might, one of the green cards that has been showcasing itself being actually pretty valuable in a mono green deck. Being able to have a 1 mana fight card, a 1 mana removal in a deck that is going stompy, going big, you know, just kind of like a little bit of hastiness, a little bit of we're going to beat you down with big massive stuff. And this deck is so fun. So Primal green, I've been seeing a bunch of different decks with this, and so what I did is I actually went on to Aether Hub. If you guys check out like the meta game that they have on Aether Hub, you get to see a bunch of different decks that have posted really high win rates, and I kind of just like peeked through all of them and I built my own version of this deck going through those. So yeah, I took it off of a bunch of other people's, but like I decided on the numbers a little bit myself, and just based off the way that I like to play. This is a best of 3 deck as well if you want to build it that way, just because we're already building a sideboard because we have Vivian Arcbow Ranger in the main board. The -5 can go dig for a questing beast, which you basically always want one questing beast in the sideboard for this. You can bring this down all of a sudden out of nowhere, put it into your hand, swing in with a massive creature. So yeah, you can do some pretty big stuff with this deck. But basically the main pieces that have been added by M21, because we've seen mono green before and it was starting to do pretty well. It actually started competing at towards the end of the last season. But we got a couple new good pieces: Gruul's Harbinger and Primal Might. I know I'm not running a ton of copies of these ones where a lot of people run a little bit more. I have the Harbinger more in the sideboard for the Hexproof and Black. If I'm playing best of 3, this is where I'm wanting it, as I want it a little bit more on the sideboard. Yeah, it does help with a bunch of decks, but at the same time, there's a lot of other good cards that are worthy of being into the deck. And so that's kind of where I'm at. I have a bunch of just like 2-ofs in this deck right now, a bunch of smaller stuff, partly so that we can have a little fun playing with variety as we're playing through this, but at the same time, just because I think this is actually good. First off, 3 copies of Pelt Collector I think is the right number of copies, because it is great if it's in your opening hand, and having 4 copies means it'll happen more often. If you have 2 in the opening hand, you can make that work pretty well as well. But for me, I just found that I want 1 in the opening hand, and then I really just don't want to draw into it after that fact. And 3 copies helps me do that. What's up, Sandor? Welcome. That is the guy that helped me teach me Magic. Him and Smalls. All right. Anyway. So this is basically a deck. So we're gonna be jumping into some gameplay with this one and kind of see how it goes. We're playing a little bit more competitively here today. Gonna be jumping into ranked. I am really close to diamond right now. I've been ranking up a little bit, and yeah, so we're gonna try to hit diamond today. Wish me luck. Here we go. All right, up against Dynamite. Pretty sweet stuff here. All right, so we have we could go for turn 2 Lovestruck Beast and then get the 1/1 with the other one, start hitting down for 5 on turn 2. Being on the draw though is a little bit different here, so we'll probably just go Gildagoose, 2 1/1s, start playing out the Lovestruck Beast, be happy about it. Gemraiser onto Gildagoose also isn't a terrible plan. Griffin Airy. In fact, now it's a really good plan. We still have the mana. Like, we could use this mana to get to Vivian Arcbow, but that's fine. Okay, mutate, put it over a flying 4 for trample with reach. A little bit redundant, but it's good. Good card. Oh man. Yeah, that's why I'm liking the numbers of this deck so far. All right, so let's go with let's go Scavenging Ooze, 1 Lovestruck Beast token. Just trying to maximize my mana a little bit here. Swing in. I could do that after the attacks, but that's fine. Down to 17, pass the turn. Gift of Paradise has a way to gain 3 life as well. Kind of forgot about that. That's a good one. There is also the 1 mana dude that does stuff as well. All right, board wipe. Let's go for we actually just play out Lovestruck Beast here. If we find a land, we get to play the 1/1 and another one, or just like Arcbow Ranger, but we can create a 1/1 with this and swing in. Yeah, all the life gain is going to be pretty hard to get through. If they stick a Griffin Airy, it's going to be even harder. There's just like Bant life control. Interesting. Harbinger. All right, Heart's Desire. That lets me swing in. I think we actually do go Stonecoil Serpent on 2. They're probably gonna have more board wipes, but with Vivian potentially coming down soon, that's fine. We want to just put more threats on the battlefield. We can start putting counters onto this, start swinging in. Uro. This is also a pretty good answer to Uro as well. Uro also with the 3 life. Ooh, and Teferi. Alright, they probably bounce the 1/1. Yeah.
Let's try this.
Rude. Alright, there's the land. So I think it's Vivian's Arco Ranger. The Harbinger would be nice, but I want to keep some creatures in hand just in case it goes crazy here. We could -3 and kill the Teferi and start putting damage at face. Or we can try to get to like Questing Beast and some other stuff. Like I'm fine throwing away a turn of damage here. So yeah, 2 counters there. We'll go ahead and swing it to Teferi so we don't get instant speed board wiped. Pass the turn. These Primal Mites are dead against the more controlly decks. At the same time, though, we can just throw them in as a big pump spell. So, like, that is the one nice thing, is they are less dead than, like, Ram Through or something like that, where you can't really do much at all with it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and probably dump a bunch into a Primal Mite here. I could put 2 counters onto it. It has protection, so we can just pay 1. We can get out Garruk's Harbinger as well. So submit 1 again, 2 counters there.
This will be fun to watch.
I could even get out like Love Struck Beast and hope to find another 1/1. We can turn this into a 1/1, swing in for more for the next turn. In fact, how close are we to lethal if we do that? And that way we can still hold on to Garruk's Harbinger and have like a good play. So we're gonna go X0 here. Yeah, confirm 0. You kill that. All right, swing in. If they have board wipe, we still have the -5 to dig for some other stuff as well. So yeah, just Love Struck Beast here. Pass the turn, they're down to 6 or 18. So we can go X1 with this. Primal Might for 2 more points of damage. I think that gives us lethal. Not quite. All right, see you, Sander. Thanks for hopping on, man. Yeah, this has some interesting plays with the Love Struck Beast. This is one of the things I'm in between with Love Struck Beast. It is really, really good in some instances, and others it's kind of meh. And when they don't have, yeah, like up against a mid-range deck, it's amazing. All right, so Pelt Collector helps a little bit there too. So Pelt Collector. We're just gonna get in for a big hit. We're gonna save the -5 for later. Or do I save the Primal Might for later? No, we're going big right now. So let's go X2. You target that. Get a little bit of pump there. Also the pump here. I know we're putting everything into one thing here, but it is the most protected. Love Struck Beast, all they have to do is kill Pelt Collector and all of a sudden we're done again, kind of. And they may put a lot more focus into killing this and leave these alive. I mean, they're probably just going to go for board wipe if they have it. Okay, they do find the Shatters. Rude. That's fine. All right, so we're gonna probably -5 for the Questing Beast to keep damage going.
Right on schedule. Trust me, I have a plan.
All right, so yeah, -5. Grab the Questing Beast. Go Questing Beast. Swing at face. Keep damage rolling. down to 3.
Don't make another move.
Pass the turn. They're 1 card away from having Uro come back from the graveyard again. And we've been stuck on, like, not that many lands. This is not the bestest, I've decided. Yeah, so plays Uro, plays another Uro. Instant speed board wipe sounds bad. If they have another one, they won't play the other Uro. They might play it just to draw a card here. All right, we do get to give Questing Beasts Trample here. They are kind of missing that. Primal Might gives us a win as well, unless they gain life. Because we can put 2 counters onto this, give it Trample. Which means it only does 1 damage to them before it does everything else. All right, let's see here. Scavenging Ooze would have been nice before all this. I guess I probably could have prioritized that as well. All right, let's go 2 counters onto Questing Beast.
My.
All right, so swing in at face. So yeah, the way that Trample works with Death Touch is that they will be able to trade off because we don't have First Strike. But if they block with Uro, yeah, so we still get to kill both of them here. And we get 4 damage in at face. And we get to kill Teferi. So I mean, we get to kill the entire board here. It's not bad.
If you're up for round 2.
I'm debating if I actually want to go Scavenging Goose just to get rid of this Uro now. Before there's any kind of interaction, let's just steal that right now. Pass the turn. I mean, we are presenting lethal with it. You can get up to 7 or higher. Well, that's annoying. They have had so many draws. And they've drawn tons of cards as well. All right, so that's it for the instant speed board wipe, it looks like. What else could it be? All right, well, there's no reason not to eat some more stuff real quick. And at least go for the attack. But let's just draw a card. I'm fine with this. All right, yeah, we have plenty of creatures in our graveyard. That's fine. All right, swing it to Fairy. Actually, I guess we swing face. They have an answer. I'd rather them answer us going for lethal instead of for that. All right, so they have the time wipe. Yeah, that's fine. I could still kill Teferi by putting Stonecold Serpent up to 6. Kill Teferi. I mean, I guess this also just dodges Teferi, but the instant speed stuff is annoying as well. X6. Because I can deal damage to Planeswalker as well. Having them have less card draw, less everything like that should give us a better chance here, right? Only 2 cards left. What are the odds that they have another board wipe? Life gain, sure, yeah. That's fine. They can't actually block this. Vivian would have given us lethal. Lame. All right. All right, we'll swing in. Let's go again. I don't want to over commit to this board in case they do find another board wipe. So let's go Barkhide Troll in this, pass the turn. I know that's still committing quite a bit to a board, but in case they can go wide, they have like Omen of the Sea or Omen of the Sun, something like that, and removal. All right. We got him. That was a grindy game, but I will take it. All right, up against Seabad or Sebid. This is an interesting hand. Primal Might can be pretty nice as removal for turn 2. I mean, Nissa is great if we had if we knew that we can get up to the mana there. Like, I hate not keeping a hand that has 3 lands and cards I can actually play. I'm going to keep it. We're either going to draw more lands, which getting to Nissa is not a bad plan. Honestly, Vivian with Nissa is pretty sweet as well, making our vigilant, you know, lands get bigger and have trample is not terrible. If they all survive and whatnot. Casualties of War will be annoying. Alright, so we get to kill Joria. That was perfect. Perfect play there. Alright, so Primal Might. You hit you. Shablamo! Good job, Sebad. That is what we like to see. Okay, another Jolrail. Goosey. Alright, well, we're going to go for aggro. Belt Collector, we get to kill the food token, so there's, I mean, that's a plus, I guess. And no life gain. No ramp. Take it. Eat it. Sorry, guys. Alright, Uro, draw a card, create a cougar. That doesn't stop Questing Beast, so I think that we go aggro here instead. Honestly, Questing Beast into Vivian is sweet again because of the trample thing with Death Touch. Lots of damage potentially to go through. Yeah, so Questing Beast. The worst case scenario is, what's it called? Casualties of War. That would be very, very not good. Okay, no casualties. We should be able to string this together then for the win. Maybe not quite this turn. See, this can't be blocked. Nissa's also good. So Nissa, I think, would add more value overall. We can just swing in with Questing Beast. If we swing in with the Force as well, they have to block here. Double block here, probably. If I play Vivian, 2 counters onto this means even if they block with everything, they can't kill it. We swing for 6. So we swing for 10. They have enough to not die. And then Nissa might be better. So like if they do find Casualties of War or something, this is probably, yeah, so we're gonna go for Vivian. Please don't have Counterspell.
Close your eyes.
Aether Gust could be bad too. Some people keep that main board. All right, so submit 1, 2 counters there. Brazen Borrow could also be really bad. All right, I'll attack. So yeah, I can't block here. They have to triple block. Goose is going to create a food token. All right, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead and create the 1/1. Pass the turn. Even the 1/1, if it survives, can get through with Vivian. Eliminates there. That's fine. Oh yeah, these are all 4 convert mana cost now. Yeah, that is the biggest issue of Eliminate, is that Mutate gets around it, and Mutate is just good enough still, and around often enough that it's kind of hard to beat. Yeah, with the trample, with everything, they see the writing on the wall. Sweet. Not too shabby. All right, keeping this. Hell Collector into Barkite Troll is sweet. We have lands to get to Nissa, which is also pretty sweet. Doing all right, nothing new. That's cool. Dude, Friday, yeah, Friday's a good day. Friday's always a great day. I've been self-employed for so long now, just like doing my own things with contract work, whatever, that I haven't had what feels like a Friday in forever. Do I want more value out of the pelt collector, or just want to go aggro? I think it's better to be going for just more power onto the battlefield quick, especially against a deck that will potentially have the board wipe, or Teferi on turn 3. Okay, omens. I mean, we're gonna play the other pelt collector. If stuff dies, it at least grows, so that's nice. And pass the turn. You got back from a hiking trip to see some waterfalls. Dude, that's awesome, Holden Graham. My favorite hike of all time. I lived in Hawaii for a while, and there's a hike called the Seven Falls hike that's pretty close to Makuku and oh man, I can't remember the names anymore. Laie area. That is pretty sweet. All right, pass to my turn. Oh, come on. Stop giving me lands. One nice thing is that they're most likely going to play Teferi here. I guess killing Narset isn't that vital for us. Maybe we should have just gone face. Either way, pass the turn. Board wipe would be really bad here if they have it. If we can get to Nissa though and start swinging. Yeah, so I mean, like, tapping down is still not a bad thing for us here. Yeah, they have the shatter. Lame. How many lands in a row has that been? We have not drawn anything but lands, I think, and one pelt collector. Excuse me. First card draw, pelt collector, and then so many lands. Not cool. Not cool at all. The one nice thing about being mono green is that with Nissa, we can. Yeah, with Nissa, we can actually get almost all of our entire deck. We have 2 Castle Garenbrigs, but the nice thing is that then we are not drawing into anything bad anymore. And so, like, even against a control deck, if we get to -8 with this, first off, having the indestructible is really nice, but there's just a lot of good stuff. All right, yeah, brings out a blocker. Questing Beast. Sweet. All right, so attacking at face. Fate Wishes blocks the forest. That's fine. Keeps Nissa from actually going off. But Questing Beast was a perfect draw. And because we've drawn so many lands, we should have more creatures on the top, right? Please? Pretty please? If they board wipe, we get to kill a forest. Okay, Teferi Master Time still doesn't do it though. They have to find out another 1-drop to block with, or land into another Fae of Wishes. Yeah, so this should still be game. Ooh, goes down to 1. What could they have? Brazen Borrower the Nissa? Okay, Aether Gust. Yeah, we'll take action. I guess they could have hoped that we misplayed there. Or tapped down this forest and didn't have another land. So we did have another land. So yeah, that was a smart play for them. But yeah, we had it all. Hey, we drew a lot of lands. That's what we were trying to do. Bam. obviously we needed to draw those lands for a reason. All right, 3-0 so far, ranking up almost to Diamond Tier 1 or Tier 4. I feel like I work almost more on the weekends than other times. Tap lands weren't good enough there. This is keepable. We'll drop the Left Struck Beast. We have Pel Collector, turn 2 Stonecoil Serpent into Gemraiser on the Serpent, which is pretty good. And Jangotha, this typically means Rakdos Sack, which is a kind of a bad matchup, but if we can kill like a Witch's Oven at the beginning, they maybe keep something like that for the game plan, we might just be able to squeeze in enough damage. So keep this, drop the Left Struck Beast, go Pel Collector. Being on the play here is also really good. This is, I believe this is the Rakdos Sack deck. That's typically what I've been seeing is with Jangotha, it's Rakdos. This having protection from Mayhem Devil is really nice. The issue is it also has protection from like the Butcher, whatever, as well, which sometimes comes into play. And yeah, but Priest of Forgotten Gods is still really annoying, and they can claim the Firstborn. Mire Triton. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Harbinger. If we hit land, we can get through this and just be just fine. I might just swing in though. Keep the clock going. Yeah, they block Pel Collector. We actually kind of want that. Stonecoil Serpent, I mean, guess they're both good for Gemraiser, but whatevers. Witch's Oven. They use the Mountain, so no claim the Firstborn. A land. Okay, that's fine. Gemraiser. Perfect. They'll kill the Archfiend's Vessel, maybe. Put it over. Okay, they don't have a sack outlet for the claim the Firstborn now. They jump here, take 6. This is one of the issues I have with Harbinger. I know a lot of people have been pushing that Harbinger is really good, which it is good. I just don't think it's better than like Gemraiser as your 3-drop. Yeah, it's a different body rather than like this is a 4-drop instead. I don't know. The being able to draw cards is really nice. It's great against more control-y type of decks, and so it's really good. It's decent against these decks, but still kind of meh in a lot of instances. Okay, do they have to claim the Firstborn? Of course they do. Yeah. They can't hit the Gemraiser, so that's at least something we had going for us. Draws a card for them. See, and this is the issue. Is I feel like I've had this happen to me almost more times than it's worked again for me. Every time I played against Rakdos Sack, that legitimately has happened. All right. Yeah, let's go for Vivian. We know that they have Priest of Forgotten Gods, which is really annoying.
I'm coming for you next.
But we're just gonna go aggro.
To survive.
Being able to bring things out from the sideboard is pretty nice too. Okay, pass the turn, down to 7. They can gain life. Priest doesn't do much. If they have Active Treason, that is the one, like the best play they can have. I think they run like 1, maybe 2 copies. Usually it's claim the Firstborn and like maybe 1 Active Treason. All right, call the Death Dweller. They gain some life. So I think that if we still find Questing Beast here, oh, it's a 5/5, right? Well, that makes things a bit different. Questing Beast off the top does help a little bit, I suppose. That was perfect. All right, so now we can -3. You kill that. Then we get to swing in for lethals.
You picked the wrong fight.
Yep, so 7 here, 4 there. Shablamo! Taking down our worst matchup. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that feels good. All right, 4-0 with the deck so far. 4-0. And we just barely ranked up to Diamond. Yes. Not too shabby. See, when I actually play good decks, I tend to win every once in a while. It's actually not bad. Doesn't happen all the time, but, you know, every once in a while. All right, up against Malix. This is a keepable hand. The question is, do we want to go for Stone Cold on turn 1? With Primal Might in hand, you can actually do some pretty fun stuff with it. But, and we do have Gem Razor, but only 2 copies. So I think we hold off. We're fine waiting till Barkhide Troll. We don't have to play crazy aggressively. What are we up against? Dogs. Oh, dog. All right, Primal Might needs to kill the pack leader. If we kill that, we should be fine. This can pay 2 to pump. So if they attack in, do we trade? Well, now we do. So we can make him discard. So I can Primal Might for a few, put it all onto the Cur. So the issue is that this can get indestructible until end of turn, and we are fighting with Primal Might, and so it has a couple of issues with it. I actually am fine if this taps down. If we get to the land for Questing Beast, then it's sweet. If we even just go Stone Cold Serpent, we can start doing some pretty good stuff and race them. So I think that it is Primal Might X2 killing the Cur. So the issue is, like, if I hit the Season Blade with this, they discard, give indestructible, we don't attack in. If I did it for X1, it wouldn't be enough because then they can just block indestructible, kill it. So this will let it go through. I'm pretty sure they just take the 5. Yeah, down to 15 past the turn. And then we're just really praying for a land. If we can get Questing Beast out here, it's so sweet. Ooh, Legion War Boss. Now we might just kill that with Vivian. With the Viz. Oh, really? Alright, well, X3. This is just Boros aggro, the new Boros aggro, which probably has the Hound as well. Not totally sure why they have the Cur. Maybe because they're playing the Alpine Watchdog. Or the Alpine Hunter, I think is what its name is, where it brings in these. So like having like 1 or 2 of the 2 dogs is worthwhile because you get 2 cards drawn. They're not terrible cards, but then you get the Boros creature, which is epic. All right, this seems like a trick, but we kind of have to go for it. So block and block. It's probably Embercleave. Yeah. Onto Legion War Boss. Ah, that's annoying. They pretty much had every single thing possible. Man, I wanted the 5-0 so bad. The nice thing is we won't rank down necessarily. All right, so Ranger, kill War Boss.
From the smallest ant to the largest hydra, nature is beautiful.
How do we deal with this Season Hollow Blade? Season Hollow Blade with Embercleave is busted. It's probably something like Gem Razor, which I do have Gem Razor in the sideboard. So if I tick up, put 5 counters onto this, keep them from swinging at Vivian, I can find the Gem Razor, and then we can take care of the Embercleave and have like a big body on the battlefield. So that is one way we can go about it. They are also just going to play more creatures and do stuff. What do you guys think here? So I can try digging for Gem Razor. Or I can just kill this. They attach it to the Seasoned Hollow Blade. We're in worse shape than we were before. So I think that we put it up here. We're going to take a big hit, but this also means that we can block a good chunk of damage. Wish that gave a vigilance.
How you've grown.
All right, and pass the turn. Like, they should send damage at face here. Vivian will be annoying. A Selfless Savior, also annoying. So my expectation, actually, with that, they now swing with Legion War Boss. I was kind of hoping that they would try to save it. And everything at... Alright, well, now what? Make him discard. Kill the 2/2. Trade off here. We still have Stonequill into Gem Razor, so I guess we go here. Get rid of the Selfless Savior. You know what? This is a one chance where we get to actually kill other things, so we'll block there. Keeping something on the battlefield is at least decent. We probably thought about it too long, let them kind of see the same line. But, I mean, that's fine. Another Embercleave. Whoa. Okay. If we do find Gem Razor off the top, which is totally possible, we're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Gem Razor, Gem Razor. That's cool too. Alright, if they put it onto Seasoned Hollow Blade, we're kind of screwed. Being able to have Vigilance is nice though, so Questing Beast. I can still Stonequill X1 as a blocker, I guess, as well. It's definitely not amazing, but it also gives us a way to play with Gem Razor for the next turn, maybe. Swing in. Down to 11. Pass the turn. Alright, so 8 damage. If we find Primal Might... I'm trying to think of any way we can actually get out of this. Nissa could be good. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. And there's a Winota. Dang it. Alright. Good game. I just want to see what all they hit. I actually might want to build this deck. Because if they do have like the Alpine dude, which I'm assuming that's what they have, and Bosrier's Lieutenant, yeah. That's a really good human here with Legion War Boss and stuff. This is like a sweet deck. I'm actually liking it a lot. Counter onto the War Boss, because now if we kill it, it's fine. Well, we kill Bosrier's Lieutenant. We jump here, make him discard. Wait, these are already indestructible, right? So we block the one that's not indestructible. Are we still dead? Yeah, I think we're still dead. All right, good game. Yeah, we go down to -1, -2, -1. Dang it, the 5-0 dream almost lived. We'll see if we can go for one more game, though. That was... I'm fine losing like that. That was a sweet deck. And we'll go for 5-1. That's fine. 5-1 is still pretty good. You know, it's decent stats. If I lose this one too, we're cutting it out of the video. No way. Now, Winota was banned in Historic, not Standard. So yeah, it's still in Standard. And it's actually been surprising that people haven't really been playing it. Alright, keep this. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 or 3. Ooh. Better turn 1. Pass the turn. Anton-san. Alright, we will absolutely swing in. I'm willing to trade against Paradise Druid. No ramp for you. Okay. That's turn. Oh, is this counter spell or what? X3 on the Soulcoil Serpent seems pretty decent. We have Gem Razor for some pretty big plays. So yeah, X3. Grow the Collector. Swing them in. Okay, oh, Frilled Mystic. Didn't expect that. There are some decks that let this bounce and do it over and over again, so we're going to get rid of that as quick as possible. Pass the turn. We get to go Questing Beast next turn as well. Please don't have another Frilled Mystic. Could you please? Don't do it. Are you serious? All right. Rude. So rude. All right, this creates a 5/5. Again, though, there are some decks that just let them bounce and kind of get us in a lock with Baron. Yeah, this is like, we just ran into the worst matchup for this deck. Tempo. Ugh. I guess no attacks past the turn. It has a counter onto it, so we could potentially get it up to 5 and be able to swing it with Trample instead, or some sort of double block. If we get one more thing countered, like if we find Nissa off the top and it sticks, we may have a shot. Trying to think of what else. Yeah. All right, Gilded Goosey. I just wanted to see if they have something. Yeah, of course, let that through. Life gain can be pretty good to keep going against this deck. Lovestruck Beast stops some other stuff as well. Let's go ahead and throw out the 1/1. So they can counter this. We don't get the 1/1 or the Lovestruck Beast. So it might be tempting for them to go for it here. All right, we're gonna just play this out. I mean, if they're letting us all resolve all this stuff, it's fine. If they go just Night Pack Ambusher, then we're still in a lot of trouble. But Lovestruck Beast is a really good blocker against that. And as long as we can find Nissa and make it survive. Okay. Yeah, I think now we're done. We're done. We'll play it out for a little bit, I guess. Yeah, so I'm just going to talk about the deck a little bit. Simic Ramp and Rakdos Sack are like the two like more tempo-y type of decks. Oh yeah, okay, we're done here. All right, those are the decks that are the hardest for mono green to really deal with. Control, we're actually pretty consistently good against Control. Yeah, they have a lot of pieces that do work if they get to the late game. Yeah, but that's why we have Questing Beast. That's why we have a lot of just like we're playing consistent big threats where a lot of like more aggro decks are just could top deck into like 1/1s and stuff like that. Just don't do enough damage, especially if they're gaining life. But we saw that with this deck, we were able to go through the deck that was gaining life, that was doing a lot of stuff. And so overall, I think this deck is really powerful. I mean, obviously we went 4-2, and so almost had the 5-0 dream. Ugh, curses. But overall, really fun. We had a bunch of one drops that we didn't really run into, like Yorvo, like a few other ones. Yorvo is one of those cards that is really busted with Gem Razor. Because we only had 2 copies of Gem Razor, not much reason to go too big into Yorvo. 1 copy I think is good. I could definitely see bringing into 2 copies. Like in some cases, I think it's better than Harbinger, because if it goes unanswered, it's bigger than all the other big things that other people are playing. Because as long as we're playing some creatures along the way, it just keeps getting bigger. It comes massive with Gem Razor. And so, I don't know, there's a lot of different ways to go with this deck, for sure. You can play around with the numbers, how you guys like it. I like how this one's running right now. I think that we ran into a lot of different pieces a lot of times. I feel like we ran into way more Stonecoil Serpents than like we should have. But I think it's our only 4-drop thing, or Barkite Troll. Yeah, so anyway, overall, really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're gonna be jumping into some new stuff here on stream. If you guys want to join me on stream, the link is down below. I'm streaming Monday through Friday in the morning Pacific time. Currently I'm in Arizona, so it's like Arizona time. I switch between, we don't do daylight savings time because we're better than that. But yeah, anyway, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the stream. See you guys, bye. Bye.